Hello, happy Friday. I am here solo today because Ruth had to handle some family stuff. But we are excited because this is the time of year when people are starting to consider what their real estate goals are for the year. So, are they thinking about buying? Are they thinking about selling, upgrading, updating? Sometimes it's time to just move on and get something smaller and downsize. Is somebody looking for an investment? Right now, home prices are steady, if not going up. And, it's not a bad time as our rents. So if people are looking for investments or flipping, because a lot of people are still looking for that move-in ready, but sellers, don't necessarily all want to do that. So there might be some deals out there for those who want to get their hands dirty. So we are doing a bit of a series on the journey to buy a home. And so we're going to kind of each week take a segment or two in the kind of overall home buying process or real estate buying process. And kind of tell you the step-by-steps of that and go a little bit more in depth. So, people, they do figure out their goals, right? When somebody decides that this is the year that they're going to make some sort of move, make some sort of purchase, they don't know where to start. And sometimes people go online and, in fact, sometimes 98% of the population, the buyers, start by some sort of online search, be it Zillow or Trulia or Redfin or, apps like that. And so people have already kind of felt like they know what they're doing by the time they decide to jump in. And to an extent, you do. You're getting a feel for what neighborhoods are going for. You have an idea of what kind of amenities you can get, and kind of a bit of a price point. So you don't really know where to go. Some people start going to open houses. Some people start calling those Redfin people or the Zillow people and clicking on things to start seeing a house. And while that might seem like a good idea, really the first step in the home buying process should be to build your team. So, because if you go into that open house and it's a great house, you're starting from scratch. And those people who have been looking, who have already built their team and are ready to make an offer, you're going to get bait out. So while it might seem good to get into those houses before you're truly ready, it really is probably going to be a waste of your time. It could be heartbreak and heartache and all that stuff. So the first part, yes, building your team. And so what does that mean? So predictably, maybe it is to figure out your realtor. And that would, hopefully be Ruth or I or anybody on our team. Or if you're looking to move and you're not really sure of, maybe you want to get out of Illinois or wherever you might be and make a big move, still talk to us because we have a lot of great resources throughout the United States. One of the things that I think sets our team apart is how much time and effort we put into facilitating relationships with other agents across the United States and in our current areas as well. But we really feel like being a really consistent, good agent means that you are a part of a group of realtors, that they're your collaborators and not your competition. So, give us a call. And then from there, we have, there's a lot of people. So when you go to sign an offer, you need to know who your lender is. You need to know who your attorney is. And you also probably should already have the name of any inspectors that you want to use on dial, because once that's accepted, an offer is accepted, you are hitting the ground running you have 5 days to finish your attorney and inspection period. So your attorney already needs to have your contract and your inspector already needs to basically be booked. So building your team. So attorneys, we have, Ruth and I have been doing this for about a decade now. And so we have cultivated some really great relationships with attorneys that we know will respond quickly, know what they're doing, that we work well with, and we know a good price range too. There are some, just like anybody, there's kind of the gap of what you can expect to pay somebody or expect somebody to charge you. And then there's kind of those outliers. But you want to be aware of what those outliers are to begin with. So really having, checking out who our attorneys are, getting a feel for them, because each of them are different. Each of them have a different vibe. And so it's really good to kind of look into that, as well as lenders. We have lenders that work for banks. We have lenders that work as brokers, which means they kind of can go out there and search and find the best product for you. There's some that have really great home buyer programs, first-time home buyer programs, assistance programs. So it really kind of, if you talk to us, we can kind of try to help you figure out who that best team member might be for us and who might be able to help you the best. And know that pre-approval that you get, that you need to have on hand when you're putting in an offer, you know that it's solid, that when they say that you can get that loan, that it is gonna happen, and that you can confidently go and look for a home. And then the next thing is that inspector. Again, you have very little time, relatively, once that contract gets signed, to try to facilitate an inspection. And you want that inspection done, the paperwork back to you, and have the time to talk to us as your realtors or your attorney to kind of figure out if there was anything on that inspection report that needs to be addressed. And then that needs to be written up and submitted within that 5-day period, traditionally. So, you want to, and you don't want to drag your feet, because it looks like this, as of right now, the market has not really cooled down. We are seeing multiple offers still on houses that are priced well, and right now the demand is still there. So you want to beat out the competition. You want to be on top of it. If you take too long, if you ask for an extension for that inspection, there's a chance that they're hopping onto that next offer. If they feel like you're being unreasonable and kind of trying to play a game. So we want to make sure that when you start your home buying process, that you know that the first step, the best step, the step that is going to save you time, heartbreak, and energy, really, is going to be build your team. So, and let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to us. What are your, send me write a comment about what your home buying or your real estate goals are for this year, if you have any. It may be, is it best to pay down your house, or should you use a line of credit for an investment property, or a bunch of other things. So what are you thinking about for real estate this year? I'd love to know. And then next week we will continue this kind of deeper dive into what to expect in the home buying process. And I would say that yes, now is the time to start looking. It's not too early. Spring market for the last couple of years has kind of been getting earlier and earlier, to be honest. So you want to beat out the rest and be the smarter buyer, knowing that if you wait until the traditional time of March or April, that chances are the prices are going to be much higher than they are right now, and your competition is going to be even more steep. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.